Hello, readers. So, in this Reader's Workshop lesson today, we are still going to talk about the author's purpose and intent when they're writing a story. But in this lesson, we're actually going to be writing about the overall purpose in a book. And so to find the overall purpose in the book, we actually have to read the whole entire book. Thank goodness we read half of it yesterday, so we only have a little bit to read. But before we start, let's talk about the overall purpose of an author's intent within the story. So, we know that the author's intent or purpose is the message we grasp as readers once we read this story. Remember those 3 reasons in that author's purpose pie? There's 1, persuade. And this is to convince the readers of something. There's 2, inform. And this is to inform the readers or tell the readers about something. And then there's 3, entertain. And this could make the readers feel a certain way. So, there's a few questions that you can ask yourself once you are reading and you want to figure out the whole entire purpose of the book, or the whole entire message of the book. So once you finish reading, ask yourself this question. What was your final message that you learned in the story? How did it end, right? And 2, what did you learn as a reader? Sometimes that second question can be tricky because sometimes we ask what happened in the story, but really, no. It's what we learned as readers, as an audience, right? All right, so we are going to be finishing the Wonky Donkey funny story, and we're going to be figuring out what that author's main purpose was when writing this whole entire story. All right? So, we ended on this page after he said he smelled really, really bad and he farted. That was so funny, guys. So funny. All right. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. Hee-haw. He only had 3 legs, 1 eye. He liked to listen to country music. He was quite tall and slim. He smelled really, really bad. And that morning, he got up early and hadn't had any coffee. Oh, that would make me cranky. Oh, he was a cranky, stinky, dinky, lanky, honky, tonky, winky, wonky donkey. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. Hee-haw. He only had 3 legs, 1 eye. He liked to listen to country music. He was quite tall and slim. He smelled really, really bad. That morning, he got up early and hadn't had any coffee. And he's always getting up to mischief. He was a hanky-panky, cranky, stinky, dinky, lanky, honky-tonky, winky, wonky donkey. Ooh, that was a mouthful. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. Hee-haw. He only had 3 legs, 1 eye. He liked to listen to country music. He was quite tall and slim. He smelled really, really bad. That morning, he'd got up early and he hadn't had any coffee. He was always getting up to mischief, but he was quite good looking. Look at the donkey with glasses. That's so funny. He was a spunky, hanky-panky, cranky, stinky, dinky, lanky, honky-tonky, winky, wonky donkey. Oh man, he's funny. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. Hee-haw. Oh man. All right, so now that we finished the book, I want you guys to get out your sticky notes. And I want you to take a few seconds to think about, what did you get from this read, right? You can look back at that author's pie chart. Did this book persuade you at all? Did this book inform you about anything? Did this book entertain you? All right, and so do you guys remember when we wrote out that we are laughing, this book was funny? I still agree with that. After reading the whole entire story, I was laughing the whole time, right? So I think that this book was entertaining to me, right? So I'm gonna take one of my sticky notes or a piece of paper that you have lying around, and I'm gonna flip to the back cover, open that back cover, and write on that last page, because we just finished, we are going to write out what we think the purpose was, what we got as readers, right? So I think the author was trying to make me laugh. The author was trying to entertain me. So that is the last part in the author's purpose pie. And I believe that the author wanted me to laugh, wanted to entertain me. So I'm going to say, the author wanted to entertain me. Say it as you spell it. The author wanted to make me laugh. The author wanted to make me laugh, right? I could also say the author wanted to entertain me, okay? So each book is different, and each book will have a different meaning, right? Just like our darn squirrels, I think that was an entertaining book. But there's also a relationship that changed within those darn squirrels. And so maybe that could have been about friendship, and they were informing us about friendship, right? But I believe this book was purely for entertainment. All right, thank you guys for listening. So when you go off to read, grab your sticky notes or piece of paper, set it right by your book, grab a pencil to write with, and once you finish your book, then open the back cover and put that page down and write out what you think the overall message was. All right, off you go, readers.